Obviously, first things first is breakfast. I love to have porridge in the morning, and as you can see today, I made an absolute mess measuring out my almond milk. I don't usually do this, but I wanted to have really thick porridge today, and of course also made myself a green tea. I have green tea every single morning, and today I was using my beautiful Shakespeare mug. Whilst eating breakfast, I read some of Brideshead Revisited, which I was loving. This book is amazing. Definitely the best book I've read in March. I added some of the quotes I'd just read into my commonplace book and went upstairs to read some more of Brideshead Revisited. I try to put time aside every morning to read, and to be honest, I have been slacking with this a little bit. I used to read 50 pages every morning, but I probably now read around 25 to 30. The amount of time I spend writing each day does really vary, but I try to spend at least an hour every day writing because this is supposed to be my main priority at the moment, and if I do it in the morning, then I can guarantee that I have at least written something that day. So I was working on my novel today, and I thought I would read you just a very short paragraph from the book. There's something about sharing your work prematurely. It makes you so nervous. So I'm really going out of my comfort zone. Lots of people have been asking to hear something. It's also really hard to get a sense of the book just from one tiny section. But I will read it to you in just a minute because first I'm going to call my best friend Blakeney. I just FaceTimed my best friend Blakeney and now I'm going to do some more writing, and the rain is still coming down. It was so nice to catch up with her, and I went downstairs after that to make coffee. Alright, okay, I'm actually going to read you something. Alyssa would have opened it if outside beyond the farm she hadn't heard the thunder thick and heavy as smoke. She fumbled. The devil had business on his hand. Although not particularly superstitious, Alyssa trusted the poets, the myths, not absolutely but vaguely in the way that you trust your conscience. So instead of opening the letter, she unlocked the cubicle and tucked the stack deep into her bottom drawer, knocking her knuckles so hard that they later stained yellow with splinters. The rain has actually stopped, but I do hope it starts again because I was going to go on a rainy walk, and there's something about walking in the rain which is just so wonderful. So it says it's raining at the moment, and it says it's not going to stop raining until midnight and then start raining again at 1. So it should be raining, so I'm sure that in a sec it will start again. I've just had lunch and I've got into having like dessert after lunch because we had dessert after lunch at work, and now I'm thinking, why not have dessert after lunch every day? I'm gonna have this Wibble raspberry and coconut flavoured jelly. I saw this and I was like, I need to try this because raspberry and coconut together. Let me know, are you a jelly and ice cream or a jelly and custard person? I'm personally a jelly and custard person. It just does not look appetizing. And then I'm just going to add some Alpro custard. So just now before lunch, I was doing some research into places that I could potentially go over the Easter holidays because I've got 2 weeks off. That's really good. I'm not sure entirely whether I want to go within England or go somewhere in Europe. So I'm just kind of making up my mind because I've got 2 whole weeks. I do have some work to do, so I'm just going to get on with that and I will check in with you in a little bit. I'm just going to pack myself some tea to bring with because why wouldn't you? Obviously the rain hat. just something about rainy walks. Honestly, it's the best weather to walk in. I always say that rain is great when you're sitting inside, which it is, it's nice and cozy, but also being outside in the rain just makes you feel so connected to the earth. There's something symbolic but also intuitive about those natural progressive cycles of water, and the fact that this water won't be here forever. It will rain again, it will evaporate. I think there's something very comforting about that. Oh, and by the way, on this walk I was using the app Seek, where you can take pictures of plants and it will tell you what they are. So the app tells me that this is a European beech. Don't you just love the way that the trunk swells? There's not really a trunk, or just branches. Rain is just so underrated. For anyone who thinks we're over-exaggerating when we say that Britain gets a lot of rain. So many daffodils down here, like so bright that I can see them from here and there on the other side of the field. I've actually never come this way before, but I do still recognise it, so I think this might have been a route that I took on my Duke of Edinburgh way back when I was in year 10. Bird chorus is especially vibrant after it's been raining. Like, I just hear the birds again because it stopped. To be honest though, I think it's only temporarily stopped because there are some greyish clouds coming from this direction. But if you can see, the sun is out now, maybe kind of slightly from behind the clouds. Look how close he is. Says the starling doesn't seem to notice or mind how wet and dreary early spring and late winter days are, and it would just keep on singing at the top of the chimneys, which is so true of starlings. They're just constantly singing. We have them at the top of our chimneys too. Yet, although we cannot see it, a wonderful change is taking place in every living tree. As the air and the earth grow warmer, the sap is gradually rising. Oh, also I saw this very low-flying red kite. Did you know that red kites used to be very common in cities, and it was illegal to kill them because they ate so many food scraps that they were really good for waste and rubbish management. Actually starting to get quite hungry. I didn't bring a snack, but I am so glad that I brought a flask of tea. As all of them, it's a good idea to bring out tea with you. And honestly, it's just so beautiful. Because there are all of the buds and the flowers, but it's also got the nice cleansing hotness of rain. This is a cinnamon tea, and cinnamon is just exactly what I need right now. Let's get going. crossbun dough is just proofing, and I think I'm gonna have a shower warm up because I'm actually soaked through and getting quite cold, and then I plan on doing some maybe painting or writing. I know I say that, but I actually got distracted and ended up doing some writing anyway. Then I had my shower and I decided to write a letter to my 9-year-old self. This came out of nowhere, but whilst I was in the shower I was like, I really want to do this when I get out the shower, so I did, and it's actually a really great journaling activity, so I would encourage you to try something like this. Then after dinner I wrote a letter to my friend Bella. I have actually been really out of the habit of letter writing, so this was really nice to do, and I also cleared out my paint pot. This was really dirty. And in the evening I did some bits for a nature journal I've been keeping. Nature journals were very popular with Victorian women, and I just really wanted to try keeping one this year. I've been trying to add to this every day or every other day, and it's just filled with journal entries, observations, pictures, paintings and poems. So actually today I was editing a poem that I'd written the other day. I like to come back to a poem a couple days later so that I can read it afresh, and as you can see from all of the edits on the lines, I do end up making a lot of changes. And I also started this painting. It looks like nothing at the moment, but you'll see how it turns out tomorrow, which is Saturday. Hey Google, please can you pause the music? I've got my coffee. I've been making the brown sugar shaken espressos from Starbucks, like a recreation. So it's currently 10 o'clock and now I'm going to work on my novel for a little bit. Oh my gosh, actually, I didn't realise how late it was. So we've got friends coming over in 2 hours and I'm making a salad and a crumble. I think I'm going to write for about 45 minutes and then I'll go make that, and then I'll come back and write just so it's all done so I don't have to worry about it when I get here. My plan for today, I always write a to-do list of what I want to get done today. Like yesterday when I finished writing, I made a list of the things I was hoping to do, just because otherwise I find I sit down and then I start procrastinating if I don't know exactly what I'm doing. And honestly, the reason that I plan is so that I just make the most of my time, because otherwise I flounder because I'm like, oh, what am I in the mood for? And then I end up deciding for like 20 minutes as opposed to actually doing anything. So, which is why I also schedule like leisure activities, because it prevents decision fatigue and it means I'm more likely to do something I actually enjoy as opposed to like going on social media, which I do when I don't plan. All I've written down for today is to write chapter 18 and to plan chapter 19. I also always drink my iced coffee so quickly. I swear it's gone within 5 minutes.
Hey,
Then this is the salad I made. It was actually really delicious, and this is my mum making the pasta dish for everybody.
What are you making, Mum? This is my stock. I'm not sure if I put a bit too much sugar in.
I also made some crumbles, so I actually ended up I made one and then decided it might not be enough, so made another one. So this is both of the crumbles. Alright, I've made 2 crumbles, a peach and apple and a berry and apple. Hey Google, please can you stop the music? And I've also made like an aubergine tahini salad. So just while we're waiting for them to arrive, I think I'm gonna do a little bit of Latin work, and I didn't do anything yesterday for it actually. Got these. I think I might just take some notes actually from the textbook. It's 5 o'clock and our friends have just left. So good to see them. And I've also had this parcel come. It's massive and it's from World of Books. Just look at how many books are in here. So World of Books very kindly said that I could choose 20 books. So I went through my TBR and I chose some, which so excited about. So the first one here is The Haunting Season, Ghostly Tales for Long Winter Nights. I'm pretty sure this is edited by Bridget Collins, who wrote the binding, and so I'm really looking forward to reading one of her short stories. The Garden Party by Catherine Mansfield. Next, A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik. Secrets at Mallory Towers, which is my favourite Mallory Towers book. I'm actually sending this to a friend because I really want her to read it. Then Falling Into Place by Amy Zhang. If We Were Villains. Wilder Girls by Rory Power. Guardians of Magic by Chris Riddell. I literally love Chris Riddell's illustration style. Next, The Idiot by Elif Batuman. Then Art Matters by Neil Gaiman, and again this is illustrated by Chris Riddell. The Enchanted April by Elizabeth von Arnim. And finally Time for Lights Out by Raymond Briggs. Raymond Briggs wrote The Snowman. It's described as an extraordinary exploration of old age in words and pictures. So thank you so much, World of Books. Really affordable way to buy books, and the main platform I will use when I am buying something new. I've just finished writing the chapter I was writing earlier, and I think I'm just going to quickly plan the next chapter. And I also want to do some reading around truth and philosophical approaches to truth, because that as a debate comes up quite heavily in this chapter, and I just want to be really familiar with the philosophy. Just planned chapter 19, and I'm going to go downstairs and get something to eat. Lovely and bright the sun is as well. I said before that I have kind of fallen out of the habit of letter writing, but this evening I was really in the mood to write letters, so I wrote 3 very short ones. If you're feeling resistance towards doing something, it's best to create an easier version of that task, and in this case that was writing shorter letters. It just kind of takes the pressure off. So then I went and got a beetroot hot chocolate, and I enjoyed this whilst watching Matilda the Musical, the new film. I was rewatching it. This film is excellent and you have to watch it if you haven't already.
Oh, you are such an idiot! Not me, but I've got a business in the chains of debt. Stress what with all this debt you've put us in.
And now time for the final day of the weekend, Sunday. Sunday is probably my favourite day of the week. I actually started with an early morning coffee. I don't usually drink coffee till 11, but I was really in the mood for it. And there's something about drinking coffee on a Sunday morning. I've been listening to the Secret History audiobook that morning just on YouTube, where you can listen to it for free. And was really craving just dipping into some of my favourite chapters. So I did that because it's Sunday morning and Sunday mornings are supposed to be flexible. I also wrote another letter. And I did some journaling as well. And then I got on to writing. This morning I just wrote for an hour. and I wrote 1,000 words. So tick that off, and then I just got on to doing my Sunday reset activities, which include cleaning my desk, because my desk must get so dirty. I disinfect it only once a week. I should probably do it more often. And I also disinfect my computer and my iPad, again because I'm using them and they do get dirty. This is something I had just ordered, it just arrived. It's a charging adapter for charging your Apple Pencil, and honestly this is so useful. I'm so glad that I've got this now. Then I just went through my desk drawers and tidied these up. When your space is clean and tidy, your mind just feels tidier. I've just done a load of admin for about an hour and 15 minutes or so, and also done my Sunday reset. I haven't done everything on my Sunday reset yet, but I want to go get some lunch. Before I do that though, I am going to scan in some items of clothing using Wearing. This is the app. Anyway, that's everything I filmed this weekend. I went on a really lovely walk in the sun, which was actually lovely after the rain. I love rain, but I also do like sun. I think I just like the seasons change. I've just realised I didn't properly sign off the vlog. It's currently 1 AM and I've just finished editing this video, so I'm just going to jump on and say thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you have more than just a productive week. I'm now going to get into bed and read probably just a chapter of my book. I'm reading Lady Macbeth by Isabel Schuler, and it's so good. I just love Lady Macbeth as a character, and it's really cool reading and being given this possible backstory for her. It's excellent. I'd recommend it. Anyway, thank you for watching again, and I'm gonna go because I'm very tired.